Small crossovers may be the in thing nowadays, but for those who like things to be a bit more rugged, there will always be a place for big, burly SUVs. In terms of road presence, very few crossovers can rival PPVs. They're big, they're based on a heavy-duty chassis, and they have powerful diesel engines. In this video, we're gonna rank mid-size PPVs in different categories. We're gonna rank them according to price, interior quality, features, etc. And then we're gonna choose our overall winner. So which PPV is the best of 2023? Let's find out. First category is Best Interior. At third place is the MUX LSE 4x4. The MUX is the second youngest platform in this class, and that shows in the interior. It looks more modern than the interiors of the Fortuner and the Montero. I wish it got the brown and black color scheme of the D-Max, but this all-black interior doesn't look too bad. At second place is the Nissan Terra VL. The interior of the VL looks more premium than the MUX, with a lot more premium materials. The maroon and black color scheme also gives it a more premium look. The 9-inch screen of the Terra may not be as big as the 10-inch screen of the MUX, but the screen of the Terra looks nicer with a higher pixel density and better contrast. And at first place is the Ford Everest Titanium 4x4. The Everest has the most modern interior in its class. You get plenty of soft touch materials on the dashboard, the biggest and best screens in its class, and it's the only one with a panoramic sunroof, which definitely improves the ambiance inside the cabin. Next category is Best in Refinement. At third place is the Mitsubishi Montero. Now, I drove the Montero GT back in 2019 and then didn't drive it again until this year. And it surprised me how much more refined it felt compared to the Fortuner. It's much more quiet and it definitely rides a lot better. At second place is the Nissan Terra VL 4x4. The Nissan Terra has one of the softest suspensions in the segment, so it absorbs road imperfections really well. It's also relatively quiet with its acoustic glass, and the seats are quite comfortable. The only downside is that when you're on twisty roads, the soft suspension tends to make the vehicle feel boaty. Also, it's not as quiet as our top pick. And at first place is the Ford Everest Titanium 4x4. The Titanium 4x4 almost feels like a crossover to drive. The suspension feels soft, but it's not as boaty as the Terra. You can carve mountain roads without feeling seasick. Also, it's the most quiet in its class. Okay, next category is Best Third Row. At third place is the Montero Sport. The Montero actually has pretty decent space for people of my size, around 5'8". It's definitely way better than the third row of the Terra and the Fortuner. The thing is though, you can't adjust the second row seats, so if you happen to have really long legs, it might be a problem. Now, I'm gonna put the Everest in second place because the second row seats of the Everest can be moved forward and back. So it can accommodate the long-legged and the vertically blessed. Whether they're in a comfortable seating position is a different matter. And like before, this category still belongs to the MUX hands down. It has low and flat flooring, generous knee and headroom. It's still not the most ideal place to sit, but compared to the others, this is significantly better. Next category is Best ADAS. For this year, we're gonna give ADAS its own category, separate from tech. At third place is the Mitsubishi Montero. The Montero's adaptive cruise control has a minimum speed of 13 kph, but unlike the Fortuner, it doesn't turn off even if you go below the minimum speed. It also has autonomous emergency braking. It has rear cross traffic alert and blind spot warning. At second place is the Isuzu MUX LSE 4x4. The MUX has the second best adaptive cruise control in the segment, as you can activate it at any speed, and it also holds the brakes when you come to a complete stop. It also has rear cross traffic alert, blind spot warning, and autonomous emergency braking. And at first place is the Ford Everest Titanium 4x4. The Titanium 4x4 is the most advanced PPV when it comes to ADAS. It has everything that the others have, and in addition, it also has lane keep assist, which automatically steers the vehicle to keep it within its lane. It also has park assist, which can automatically park the vehicle without much input from the driver. Next category is Best in Tech. At third place is the Toyota Fortuner GR Sport. The GR Sport has a pretty impressive spec sheet. It has ADAS, a 360 camera, power seats, it has a wireless phone charger, and it has a power liftgate. At second place is the Montero Sport GT. The Montero Sport GT has a 360 camera, it has power seats, a sunroof that is not panoramic, it has a power liftgate. It also has Mitsubishi's remote control feature, which allows you to connect the vehicle to your phone and access several features such as car finder, vehicle reminder, and you can also see various vehicle information. And at first place is the Ford Everest Titanium 4x4. The Titanium 4x4 is a tech demo on wheels. It has the most sophisticated ADAS system in its class. It has the biggest screens, wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, the sharpest 360 camera in its class. It has power seats, a panoramic sunroof, power folding third row seats, and it also has Ford Pass, which allows you to connect it to your phone. Next category is Best Exterior. Now this is a very subjective category, so like last year, I'll let you guys pick the winner. And you overwhelmingly voted for the Everest with 61% of the votes. At second place is the Fortuner GRS with 18% of the votes. And at third place is the Nissan Terra VL 4x4 with 8% of the votes. Next category is a new one for this year. Best Cargo Space. Now I skipped this category last year because finding out the exact cargo volume of each vehicle is tricky. Some don't have an official number, and numbers coming from different sites vary. This year, instead of basing it on volume, we'll base it on the width, height, and depth of the cargo space, and also toys which make loading stuff easier. The Terra and the Montero have similar cargo spaces. The Montero might be slightly narrower, but not by much. The Montero though has a power liftgate, which the Terra lacks. And that is indispensable if you have to carry groceries and stuff in general, as it means that you don't have to put them on the ground. So I'd give third place to the Mitsubishi Montero. The Montero also has way more space than the Fortuner, which is the worst in this class thanks to its seats that fold to the side. The Everest and the MUX have more or less the same cargo space in terms of width, depth, and height. I'll rank the Everest higher because it has power folding third row seats, which makes folding the seats a bit easier if you're carrying stuff. Whichever SUV you choose though can accommodate our sponsor for today. Introducing the AutoSport Mobility Scooter. The world's most innovative mobility scooter. It folds into a small suitcase size and it has wheels so you can move it around like a trolley. It separates into two parts. It has leather seats and grips, an illuminated LCD dashboard, enhanced lighting for extra visibility. You can install optional armrests. It's perfect for seniors as it's easy to lift and unfolds in seconds. It has a maximum speed of 10 kph, shock-absorbing flat-free tires, high ground clearance, advanced braking system, be free to travel anywhere, land, sea or air. It has 20 kilometers of continuous driving range. Engineered with flair, designed with passion for performance. Be active, be free, be yourself. Atto Sport, moving life. Next category is Best Base Model. At third place is the Nissan Terra VE. On the outside, it looks like the VL, but on the inside, it's obvious that you're in the base model. You got fabric seats, a plastic steering wheel, and lots of plastics on the dashboard. At second place is the Montero GLS. The GLS is the base automatic model in the Montero lineup. You got manual fabric seats, an electronic parking brake with auto hold. You do get a 360 camera here, and that is why it's ranked higher than the Terra VE. And standing head and shoulders above everything else in this category is the Ford Everest Trend. This is the most affordable of the base automatic models, but it's also the most feature-packed. It gets a large 10-inch screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. It has leather seats and a wireless phone charger. At third place is the Toyota Fortuner Q. The Fortuner Q is the mid-spec variant in the Fortuner lineup. It looks pretty impressive on paper. It has ADAS, it has a 360 camera, a wireless phone charger. In terms of specs, it's not bad. The thing is though, the Fortuner is notorious for having a harsh ride, and its cargo space is the worst in its segment. At second place is the MUX LSE 4x2. The LSE 4x2 has almost the same features as the LSE 4x4, except for the 4x4 bits. Unlike the Terra VL, this comes with ADAS, the second best ADAS in the segment that is, and unlike the Terra, this also comes with a power liftgate. It has the best third row seats. It looks much more modern than the Fortuner, both on the inside and the outside. It also rides better than the Fortuner, and it has much better cargo space. And at first place is the Montero Sport Black Series. The Montero Sport Black Series is one of the least expensive, top-spec 4x2 variants in its class. It offers excellent value for money. It comes with adaptive cruise control, which the Terra VL and the Everest Sport lack. Unlike the Everest Sport, this comes with a 360 camera. It comes with a power liftgate, which the Terra lacks. Overall, it's very well spec'd for the price, and it also rides pretty well. Now, before we announce our best PPV of 2023, let's first talk about why I didn't choose the others. The Fortuner GRS looks good on paper, it's well spec'd. It is also a Toyota, which is its main selling point. But while it has most of the features of its competitors, those features tend to not be as good as its competitors. I mean, it has ADAS, but its adaptive cruise control stops working below 30 kph. It has a 360 camera, but the resolution is low, and it's displayed on a tiny 8-inch screen. NVH is also not that good, as a lot of engine noise enters the cabin. Its cargo space is inexcusable in 2023. Overall, it's still a good SUV, especially if you want a Toyota, but it's in dire need of an update. The MUX is one of the youngest models in this lineup. It has one of the better ADAS systems here, the best third row. It has a modern looking interior, and it rides pretty well. It lacks a 360 camera though. Also, in terms of noise insulation, it's just in the middle of the pack. The Montero rides well, it's well spec'd, it has ADAS, but it's one of the oldest models here, and its age is becoming really apparent, especially on the interior. In terms of ride quality, the Terra really excels. It has one of the nicest interiors, one of the best when it comes to NVH. Its third row space though is the second worst, next to the Fortuner, and it doesn't have adaptive cruise control and a power liftgate. Our winner for this year is the one that rides the best, the most refined, the most feature-packed, the one with the most and the best active safety features, and also the same winner as last year. Our best PPV of 2023 is the Ford Everest Titanium 4x4.